I start the video with a breathtaking bird's-eye sweep over Marienplatz, the square alive with people, trams, and motion graphics pulsing over the city. This shot grabs you instantly and makes you feel like you're already here. I jump straight into an excited voiceover, promising the top 10 must-do experiences in Munich, teasing castles, beer halls, gardens, surprises, without giving everything away, because you'll want to stick around. I kick things off with one of the most cinematic day trips you can take from Munich, Neuschwanstein Castle, perched like a fairy tale above the valley. I describe the winding drive, and the thrilling reveal as the castle appears through the trees, and how that first view feels like stepping into a storybook. I share a quick tip: take the Marienbrücke viewpoint for the signature shot, but be ready for crowds. Early morning is gold. I explain the interior highlights briefly, pointing out the ornate throne hall and King Ludwig's dramatic decor, but stress that the outside vistas are the real showstopper. I narrate how to time your trip from Munich, train plus shuttle or a guided tour, and why it's worth dedicating a whole day. I bring a playful wager: if you don't gasp at the view, I'll eat my hat, metaphorically. I remind viewers to pack for a short hike to the viewpoint and layers for mountain weather. I close by promising more urban gems back in the city. I plunge into the Englischer Garten, a green artery slicing through Munich, locals biking through the park, people picnicking on the lawns, surfers catching waves on the Eisbach. A close-up of surfers on that standing wave. It surprises every first-time visitor. Rent a bike to cover ground fast, or take a slow walk along the river. Stop for a beer at a riverside beer garden. Chinese Tower for the classic beer garden vibe. Klein Hesseloher Sea for paddle boats. Quieter meadows for people watching. Relax on the lawns, or push through a long run along tree-lined paths. Cheering on the surfers is a local pastime. Locals treat the park like an extended living room. Munich's mix of wild and cultured life is on full display here. This is the perfect reset after sightseeing. I lead viewers down to Viktualienmarkt. Stalls explode with color. Stalls explode with smell. Stalls explode with noise, the heartbeat of Munich food culture. I weave between vendors, sampling sausages, sampling cheese, sampling pretzels, seasonal produce. Every stall feels like a tiny stage. Must try a freshly roasted bratwurst, a creamy Obatsta cheese spread, and a soft, warm pretzel grabbed hot from the oven. Approach the market like a pro. Start with small tastes. Ask vendors for recommendations, and grab a seat at a communal table to watch life happen. Quick tips: note the opening hours, and expect a festive atmosphere on weekends. Or take your snacks to a nearby bench to soak it in. Viktualienmarkt is a sensory map of the region's flavors in one walkable spot. I bring wild energy into the Oktoberfest chapter. If your trip lands in late September, this is the bucket list party to plan around. I describe massive beer tents pulsing with music, lederhosen-clad revelers, and long communal tables where strangers become friends by the second stein. I explain practicalities, reservations for tents, the best times to avoid insane lines, and how to navigate cashless or card setups this season. I outline the sensory overload, brass bands, carnival rides, roasted almonds, and the cheers when someone stands up and starts singing, pure Bavarian adrenaline. I offer etiquette: raise your stein with eye contact, tip servers, and respect tent rules to stay in the good graces of the locals. I caution about watchful moderation and staying hydrated. This is a marathon, not a sprint. I share a playful promise: if you don't dance at least once, I'll be disappointed, huh? I finish by saying Oktoberfest is the loud, loving heart of Bavarian celebration. I pull the camera back to Marienplatz, the historic center where Munich's story is most visible, and describe the Gothic spires of the Neues Rathaus, dominating the square. I cue up the glockenspiel, and hundreds pause to watch. Figures twirl through their mechanical pageant. This is a pure tourist must-do. I walk viewers through the surrounding pedestrian streets, lined with shops, cafes, and hidden courtyards that reward wandering. Tip: the best times to experience the glockenspiel are early morning or late afternoon, and where to position yourself to avoid the densest crowds. For great photo ops, St. Peter's Church Tower for panoramic views, and the square's seasonal market stalls. Marienplatz is a meeting spot for locals and a center for major city events, so timing and patience pay off. I'll be honest, grab a hot chocolate from a side street vendor after the show. I transition to Nymphenburg Palace with a cinematic walk through its grand avenue. The palace's Baroque facade opens into a world of royal extravagance and serene gardens, the perfect contrast to Munich's urban energy. A royal pause. I drive into the BMW Museum with the same hype I use for surprise reveals. This place is a temple for car lovers and design fans alike. Seriously, I describe the futuristic architecture and the sculptural displays of vintage classics, next to cutting-edge concept cars. I narrate walking through themed exhibits that tell BMW's story. Early engineering feats, electric mobility, high-performance racing machines. I point out interactive displays where you can sit in cockpits, spin wheels, and learn tech stories behind the brand. Great for families and fans, you know. I emphasize the museum's visual choreography, cars suspended, engines exposed. I offer tips on allocating about 1.5 to 2 hours to savor both the museum and the adjacent BMW Welt showroom. I joke about pretending you can afford the cars while posing dramatically for photos. I end by linking this visit to Munich's modern side and tech-forward culture. I dive into the Deutsches Museum like a kid in a candy store because this place is essentially a hands-on playground for curious minds of all ages. I outline the museum's enormous scale and the remarkable range of exhibits: aerospace, navigation, computing, energy systems. Experiment, try a pilot simulator, and peer into engineering marvels. Ideal for families and anyone who loves to touch and test. Block at least half a day and use audio guides to make complex exhibits digestible. I was awed by a live demonstration, science as a show. I close the list with a stadium-sized finale, the Allianz Arena, an architectural icon that glows at night like a giant lantern. 75,000 fans roar for FC Bayern. Practicalities: get there by U-Bahn, options for match tickets, plus the club museum and fan zones. The Allianz Arena captures Munich's passion for sport and communal celebration. If you enjoyed this guide, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more travel adventures. We wrap up with an energetic recap of the top 10 experiences. Neuschwanstein's fairy tale peaks, the lush Englischer Garten, the sensory overload of Viktualienmarkt, the sleek BMW Museum, Oktoberfest's unforgettable party, Marienplatz's historic pulse, Nymphenburg's regal calm, the Deutsches Museum's interactive wonder, Hofbräuhaus's raucous hospitality, and the Allianz Arena's stadium spectacle. Munich wears many hats: royalty, tech, party, and park. This list is your shortcut to the best of each side. Plan smart, early starts, local tips, wander off script for unexpected magic. If you enjoyed this guide, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more travel adventures. Thanks for coming along. Pack your bags and I'll see you in Munich.